God damn. Sorry to start with a motherfucking sigh like that. Shit, it's my fucking third time starting this motherfucker. Cause you know why? Cause me stupid. That's a fucking dark secret to fucking out. Yo, hold on. Y'all know me. Gotta eat something first. Give me something to drink first. Before we get this shit popping. What's good, y'all? Chewing in your ear. I know. Sorry about that. It's gonna be more of that this whole episode, nigga, so get ready. Yo, check. Mic check 1 2. Levels all good. You know what I'm saying? You see the new equipment, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Brand new motherfucking camera equipment, you did. Yo. I just want to bop my motherfucking head to this shit. This is a motherfucking hip hop podcast after motherfucking all. Yeah. Yo, that's enough of that. Yo, we don't want to get motherfucking sued. Yo, what is good, y'all? It's your boy SpokenGhost, the host with the motherfucking most. We are back with episode 11 of the podcast, man. I just want to thank everybody, man. Everybody who was tuning in. I want to say hola. I forgot, I'm leaving my people out, man. Sorry about that, Madrid, man. Madrid is fucking with me heavy, man. Madrid, man, really put a big spike in my numbers, man. I just want to big thank you to Madrid, man. Yo, man, I just want to thank y'all, man. Like, I was like, yo, man, I'm gonna change it to the Yo Man podcast. You did, so, but yeah, man. Thank you, Madrid, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the podcast. Hola, como esta, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Que pasa, my ese? What's good, Madrid, man? How y'all motherfuckers doing, man? Hope everybody alright. How you say alright in Spanish? Arriba. That means here. Madrid showing motherfucking love, man. I just want to thank y'all. Big shout out to motherfucking Madrid, man. Thank y'all for motherfucking supporting me, man. Helping keeping the show going, man. Help me stay like right, keeping the show going and shit. But yeah, man. I want to say Madrid, man. Que saludan los negros. Que saludan los negros. Que saludan los negros, man. Talk on this about us, man. Yeah, for those who don't know, I mean, fuck them fuck niggas in Spanish. Cause, man, shout out to our motherfucking Hispanic audience, man. The Hispanic people fucking with me heavy, man. I didn't know that I was big hit. I was hit with Spanish like that. So, hey, man, learn something new every day. But anyway, man, y'all see, man, we got the motherfucking new studio equipment. You know what I'm saying? Got the headphones, got a new camera. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get this thing behind me situated. I like it. I like what it is. I like how it is, how it's been coming out and shit like that. I'm actually gonna take one of these headphones off. But yeah, I like what it is, and like I got like how it is, and I like how it's coming together and shit like that. I'm gonna have eventually have just a big ass mural behind me of like just drawings and something like that. I might do that. I might just have a poster. It might just be like a poster with the Mighty Nice podcast on it. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. But I think I'm semi sure what I want to do. I think I want to just have just a bunch of random pictures that I draw like when I have some spare time, you know, when I'm doing nothing, you know, in class or whatever. After I'm finished with my work or something like that. But fuck all that, man. Thank y'all for tuning back into the motherfucking podcast, man. Got my motherfucking Carmel Bugles, man. Yo, Carmel Bugles. This ain't no motherfucking sponsor or no shit. Fuck, I got sponsors. Yo, but Caramel Bugles, nigga. Yeah. Bow. He did. And words of Ziz and Belu, bow. Yeah. Hello. Got this motherfucking sun kiss because I don't miss and shit, you did. Yo, that reminds me, I just dropped a new motherfucking song today. Today is Friday. I'm recording this podcast on Friday. I usually record the podcast on Thursday and Friday. Now I edit it. I don't really edit it. I just upload it because uploading it to my computer is kind of a pain. So I upload it over the weekend and it comes out to y'all on Monday. So because it's kind of long how I do it. So yeah, man. So when I edit the podcast, I don't really edit it. I just kind of like put everything together, like cut the parts out, and then I was walking in or setting stuff up because you know I don't have to explain that, but you did. So well, back in this bitch, passing it just like an assist, hit me, we don't miss, wish. You dig? So yeah, man, we just motherfucking chilling like a villain in this bitch, man. Oh yeah, I did say I put out a new song. I put out a new song called Chifa. Go hit that shit up. It's gonna be links in the motherfucking bottom of this shit. Links to my motherfucking page and shit. Go hit that shit up, man. Go get that up. You know what I'm saying? Video coming out for that pretty soon. Yeah, man. Video coming for Chifa real motherfucking soon, man. Go listen to that shit, man. Hit that shit up, man. I might leave like a little clip in this bitch, like at the end or something like that, of Chifa's, just to get a little taste or whatever. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Madrid, like that just struck me off guard. Like when I looked at my statistics and I saw Madrid was fucking with me heavy. They had gave me a lot of listens, and I was like, yo, I didn't know I had this, I had, I was with had the Spanish people like that, Hispanic motherfuckers like that, you know what I'm saying? Shit was crazy, yo. Shit was wild. Anyway, yeah, man, this, I keep sighing because like this has been some like wild shit happening, man. Wild shit in the media right now. R. Kelly wilding, just everything, government shutting down. Shit just wilding, man. It's a wilding time right now. You know what I'm saying? If you're a college student, you probably start school and then sometime in the near future, like really close, like sometime in the near future. I don't know how I segue into that, but I was just thinking about that. If you're a college student, man, you starting school and shit, man. I don't know. Just do you, man. Just do your work, man. If that's what school, what you really want to do, man, just do school. I mean, if you got something else that you want to do that. I mean, I think me personally, I think school is to help you, to give you time to help you figure out what you really want to do with your life. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like at post high school is like a really pivotal time in in motherfuckers' lives or whatever. So you gotta figure out what you want to do with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna eat one of these motherfucking bugles again because these are motherfucking heavy. Motherfucking caramel bugles. Caramel bugles by the Bugle Company. Thank you. Anyway, hold on. We got a little bit of things to get to today. In this week's episode, man. We're gonna talk about like the government shutting down, yo. That shit is mad wild, bro. Like the government can just yo, fuck it. And then, and people could never do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you work like at like a high pressure job, you can never be calling and just one day be like, fuck it. You know, they might fire your ass. You know what I'm saying? And these governments get to shut down. I haven't really read much into it. I just know like the housing market. The housing market is fucking terrible. It's not open. Not terrible. It's not open right now. You know what I'm saying? So you can't purchase houses. You can't rent houses right now or something like that. I don't know if how long the shutdown supposed to last or anything like that. It's just you can't file taxes or nothing like that, yo. So puts people really in a bind. You know what I'm saying? And the government can just do all these crazy things. The government really can just do whatever the fuck they want. You know what I'm saying? And they can back anybody they want. You know what I'm saying? It's just wild to me. You know what I'm saying? They can just shut down like fuck it. Like they can just take a vacation anytime they motherfucking want, and and I'm really speaking on a personal situation that I don't want to touch on in the podcast. It's like, yo, like they stopping progress of people's motherfucking lives. You know, they just decide when they just decide just to motherfucking shut down like this. You know what I'm saying? You the motherfucking government. You know what I'm saying? You can't just shut down on the motherfucking people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you stopping at pivotal times in motherfucking people's lives, and you just toying with people's lives, and it's real like sad to me. Like they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And like the last poets, it's like if you, I touched on the last poets probably like 2, 3 podcasts ago. If you were listening, the last poets, it, it's so weird. Like, do people in Madrid speak English as well? Cause like, yo, all these people from Spain listening to me, like, yo, do they understand what I'm saying, or is something about how I talk? Like, do they think am I part Hispanic or something like that? I don't know. But Madrid is fucking with me. But shout out to motherfucking Madrid, man. Shout out to you, Madrid. Shout out to you. Watch the watch the actual podcast on YouTube. You don't have to do it on SoundCloud. I mean, if you prefer SoundCloud, you do you, man. You do whatever you want. But thank you, man. And Madrid, if any of my Madrid listeners are out there and they're listening, could you maybe tell me like what drew you to me in this way? Like what took you to my what made you stay and listen to the podcast? You know what I'm saying? What did I say, or what did I say that made you stay? You know what I'm saying? Or made you listen? What did I say that made you listen? I just wanted to thank you for just doing that for me. Like that really, like it really gave me time for honesty time on this bitch. Like it really gave me some motherfucking hope, because I really wasn't like seeing any like progression on my shit, and then one day I just seen boom, like Madrid really fucking with me. So Madrid, if any of my Madrid listeners are out there, I mean, put in the comments like if you speak, can y'all do y'all? I mean, do y'all learn English out there? Like is English like a language you supposed to learn, or do like y'all learn multiple languages? Because I heard like it's just common like thing like people from Europe often speak multiple languages. They often like trilingual or quadrilingual. There's such thing as motherfuckers called quadrilingual. You know, speak 4 motherfucking languages. You know what I'm saying? And people from Europe and shit like that, it's a common. I think like this is total like bro science or whatever. But like it's a pretty common motherfucking thing. Like people from Europe speak motherfucking 3 or 4, maybe sometimes I heard motherfucking 7 languages, some crazy shit, 13, 14 languages, some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just Madrid, man, just let me know like what did I say, or something like the music I played, or what was it? Just what was it that drew me to you? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? And yeah, man, just let me know in the motherfucking comments. You dig? Yeah, man. I got this album in front of me. I don't like having my vinyl out, out like this. You know what I'm saying? That my vinyl is very, very precious to me, and I don't like having my vinyl in the light, because I don't want the picture to fade. I usually keep my vinyl like in the closet somewhere dark, because I want to keep the color real nice and full. I don't like having my stuff in my vinyl in the light like this. Uh, my vinyl collection is pretty small compared to like real vinyl collectors. I could probably got like maybe 8 records, 8 records on vinyl. Almost probably 10, almost 10 records on vinyl. Starting like a little mini vinyl collection, not vinyl collection, I guess. Like I listen to these records like one time each, I think. And this one is very special. As you all know, this is a motherfucking classic album. And we are going to get, later on in the podcast, we're going to get into a classic album review of Wu-Tang, Enter the 36 Chambers. Their first album, mainstream release, or major, like when they first, when they first came out, their first motherfucking album. No motherfucker, we got introduced to motherfucking Redman, motherfucking. I can see the vinyl on the side. I can show y'all. I do not like doing this, bro. Like my vinyl, I treat my vinyl like fucking like it's my child. But you're gonna see the record. Let's go ahead and slide that back in. I didn't even touch it. I didn't even touch the bitch. I didn't even touch the motherfucker. Because I'm so scared of motherfucking just like cracking it or whatever. These motherfuckers are so fragile. You gotta treat these shits with care. But yeah, man, we're gonna get into a classic album review for the motherfucking people. You dig? Yeah, man. Just I want people to go back and just listen to people of my age group to go back and listen to older albums. Like I wasn't even born when this album came out. You dig? Like, I was nowhere near born when this album came out. You dig? Yeah, man. It's just this is just like a very special. Like vinyl is just something very special to hold in your hand. You know what I'm saying? It's just like yo, you really like feel and I don't know. It's just like if you're a music lover, like Spotify's cool. Having your stuff on digital is cool, but like just having the actual physical of something, it still feels good. You know what I'm saying? I got a record player, a pretty cheap record player that can spin these records, and it just having the physical and having the artwork. You know what I'm saying? Look at this artwork, son. Like if something happens to the record, knock on motherfucking wood. I don't even have no wood around here. Knock on motherfucking wood. Not just playing. That was bad. That was a terrible joke. Terrible fucking joke. Terrible motherfucking joke. Moving on. Yeah, man. We just motherfucking. Yeah, man. Like just having an actual physical copy of a record. Just something about it, and listen to like when you put it on the record player and you listen to the crackle, you listen to that motherfucking crackle, and it's just that authentic. Just authentic sound, motherfucking like you just get from the motherfucking record player, and you get from the record that crackle, man. It's just something about it. You know what I'm saying, that digital can't do. Digital can't quite. And some people may feel differently. You know what I'm saying, but I hope to expand my vinyl collection. Like I want to eventually have like this maybe like an A through Z. Some just the craziest shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all classic. I gotta have all the classic albums on vinyl. Just like A to Z, classic hip hop shit. A to Z, motherfucker. I can go under there. Or what you want to hear something from D? Somebody from the D, or somebody from the C, or somebody from the E? Okay, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I would love to be able just to go and pull. Like that would be so dope to me. I would just have like a whole room dedicated to just preserving hip hop. Like just something about that, just something real. Cause like I am a really true hip hop head, man. I did it all, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to break dance. I used to I never did the turntable. That is the last thing on the motherfucking hip hop shit that I've yet to do. You know what I'm saying? Have not hit the motherfucking turntables. That's the only motherfucking out of the 5. I did all the other 4. You know what I'm saying? Break dance, rap, motherfucking draw shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking goddamn. What's the last element? Goddamn breakdance, rap, graffiti. Shit. We just motherfucking had it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I know the motherfucking 5 elements, nigga. Goddamn. Tripping. It'll come back to us. But you get it. You get what I'm saying, though. I'm a real like real hip hop head. You know what I'm saying? Like I really love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And to have a whole room dedicated to preserving hip hop, like that shit is priceless to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's real dope. We'd love to have that one day. Be able to do that. That should be fire. My collection will be fire as fuck. I got all classics. know what I'm saying? I got a Nas album in there, Nas vinyl. We don't want to talk about. We gonna pull the vinyl out each week. We're not gonna do this every week, but cause I only got 10 vinyls, so we got to spread it out. So I'm gonna come back with another vinyl, probably maybe not next time, but the next time after that. Or if not, I'm just keep every maybe 2 or 3 podcasts. I'm gonna come back with a vinyl. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I just want to talk about hip hop and new music and shit like that. You dig? We're gonna go ahead and take a quick motherfucking break, and I gotta go to the bathroom, and we will be right back at you. You dig? My Nice Podcast. Yo, we are back from the bathroom, and I had to pick up the energy, man. We're gonna flip the whole motherfucking script on these niggas. Gotta get turning this bitch. Alright, damn. I only gotta hear 15 seconds of that song to get motherfucking turned. Man, we had to get motherfucking our head right. We had to get motherfucking turned. Man, we had to get back in this bitch. Be passing it just like in the sis. Hitting, we don't miss. Swishing every motherfucking time, man. Welcome back to the Mighty Nice Podcast, man. This is episode 11, man. We are back from break, man. We're back from motherfucking bathroom. Let's get back to what we was talking about. Man, I played a little bit of Comethazine. Yo, man. I fuck with Comethazine, man. New rapper, man. He not really new, but man, he new on the scene. Like, you know, he new in the game and shit. Like, yo, man, I fuck with Comethazine, man. He got some. He remind me a lot of Eazy-E. Like, you know how they say nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like a question for like people who create. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's this whole notion that there's nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? So everything that we create is it a recreation of something else? And you don't want to. And the last thing you want to be as a musician is a plagiarist. You know what I'm saying? Or doing any kind of art is a plagiarist. You know what I'm saying? You want to make stuff your own. You want to do your own shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the worst things. And I think that's like a question for like creators so like you can answer on your own. See, me, like, I don't know, like, if you draw influence from certain artists, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I hear a lot of artists, they say they stop listening to other artists' music because they felt like it was influencing them. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that, I mean, for some people that they feel like it can. Some people may be different. You know what I'm saying? Me. Shit. I mean, to me, Comethazine reminds me. I'm not saying he sounds exactly like him, but that he gives me that Eazy-E vibe. You know what I'm saying? That cruising in my 6'4" vibe. You know what I'm saying? Or that Ice-T 6 in the morning vibe. That's what I get from Comethazine. Like it's a real like it's kind of that same ilk and kind of that same and kind of in that same kind of groove. You know what I'm saying? So it might be some truth to that the notion that there's nothing new under the sun. But I'm not saying that they sound exactly the same. I'm not saying he's copying them. I'm not saying he's stealing from them. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know how A$AP Rocky kind of sounds like 3 6. You know what I'm saying? Comethazine give me that vibe and kind of reminds me of Eazy-E and a motherfucker. What else did I say? Ice-T. You know that 6 in the morning and that Cause if you listen to cruising in my 6'4", like that sounds like a beat. When it gets to the beat, that sounds like a beat that somebody that sounds like a beat that Comethazine, if it was flipped, it sounds like a beat that Comethazine would jump on. You know what I'm saying? Or even 6 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? If somebody put some bass, like some sick ass bass in there. Like I could easily see Comethazine jumping on that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he in that kind of same kind of vibe, in that same kind of groove, I guess. And I don't want to put him in a box or nothing like that, but he just gives me that Eazy-E, Ice-T vibe. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I fuck with his music, man. So, I mean, I haven't heard anybody really dash him or nothing like that. But yeah, man, I fuck with it, man. And he just dropped it. He actually just dropped his new motherfucking mixtape called Bosky 2. Uh, I listened to it. I actually listened to it this morning. I actually did listen to it this morning. Uh, I fuck with it. I mean, I liked it. Like I said, man, it reminds me a lot of Eazy-E and Ice T, man. It reminds me a lot of them. Like I hear it. Like I hear it, the vibe in his voice and shit like that. Or even in the beats that he chooses. Not even in his beat selection, it gives me that same kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, it might be something to that. There's nothing new in the sun, but you can't, as a creative, you can't think like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, I'm creating my own shit. This is me. This is coming from my original motherfucking thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Because thoughts are very important, and you gotta be. And if you, especially your original thoughts, man, they could be worth a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, yeah, man, I just wanted to fucking take a, pick the energy up, man. I was feeling like a little lethargic coming back from break and shit like that. But we ain't got too much more longer to go in the show. We talked about that. Talked about government shutdown. Talked about housing market. So, oh yeah, this record company. There's this record company that I saw that they advertised on YouTube or something like that. And they was talking about, how record there's a story that the record industry, if you don't look at your contract right, they'll stifle you out of your money, and like how the record industry is bad. They was offering their solution to the record industry, and they was offering what they was offering was actually surprising to me. This is like I don't know if it's the first record company, but the first record company I've seen that was offering to sign you and diversify your portfolio. But they are controlling what you are diversifying your portfolio in. I don't know how that makes them more money. I'm still trying to figure out their angle. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. You know what I'm saying? Especially with these record companies, they marketing to people who, you know what I'm saying, may not have the buzz as some other artists, but and they can sign them to these deals that like, yo, you know what I'm saying? They're offering like, cause I always hear in the music industry, like, you remember Chamillionaire? I think I remember Chamillionaire. Wanna see me riding dirty? Get me riding. You know where he been at? He been investing in tech companies, man. That nigga, you think he fell off? Well, like I mean, he ain't doing music no more. But like, man, you don't think Chamillionaire still get to the bag, yo? Like he did rap. He made the money from rap, and he invested in tech companies, man. You know what I'm saying? You'll come to find out, like, if I've been hearing this a lot. Like most rappers, in the music, if you do music, you do something else. Like, and there's this thing that most millionaires and billionaires have seven different streams of income. All of them, mostly all billionaires and millionaires have at least like set some crazy number of income, like crazy number of income streams. Like they get front money from this place, that place, that place. Like they got money. Their money is making them money. You know what I'm saying? That's like one of the traits of millionaires and billionaires. Like there's no rapper that just solely just does music, especially not today. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can still survive off a hit song. You know what I'm saying? But you really, if you really not like getting in the Billboard and the top tens like that, there's other ways. You gotta think about other ways to you know get what you want. You know what I'm saying? Or make your living off your music. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, like there's this they did a study and they found that most millionaires and billionaires have at least seven different streams of income. So, you know what I'm saying? So diversify your portfolios and shit. Diversify what you do and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you choose entertainment as a background, even if not, you know what I'm saying? Diversify your motherfucking portfolio. Have multiple different motherfucking skills and different shit that you can do. Be a Swiss Army knife. You know what I'm saying? You never know what somebody need. You know. That's why I like trying, shit like this, shit like the podcast, because like it's just I love. First of all, I had a podcast before. I love doing it. So and this one is not controlled by a teacher, and I can cuss on this one. I can say whatever I want on this one. Like when I had my podcast before, it was like a high school thing. Like he like the teacher, I couldn't really. I could say what I wanted, but I couldn't really say what I wanted, you know. And now I have the freedom to create my own show, and you know, just do what I want to do with the shit. It's like, yo, that shit is really like really, it's really better, and I really feel, I just really love doing it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just about diversifying my portfolio. I really love doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like just having somewhere to come, your own platform. You just come and just motherfucking talking shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm motherfucking, you know, you know, you know, you did. I think we're gonna go ahead and get into this album review. Uh, this show might be this gonna be a long one today, guys. We're gonna go ahead and get into this motherfucking album review, and then we'll get to the Mighty Nice 16, and then we're gonna be out of here. You dig? So, yo, man, like I was saying, we are doing Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers by the Wu-Tang Clan, their first album. Yo, man, this is, like I said before, man, this is a real dope motherfucking album. if you're not watching this, but you're listening, I'm holding the vinyl in my hand right now. So that motherfucking people can see, give y'all some motherfucking looks at what the vinyl looks like. Look at the motherfucking cover. You can see that iconic cover and shit. Look at the back. It's got I mean, I don't know if you get this on the CD or not. Oh shit, goddamn. I don't know if you get this on the CD or not, but I don't think you do. There's a lot of shit to fit on the back of a CD, but they could probably do it. But it's just a lot of dope shit. You know, you miss when you only get the listen to it on YouTube or Spotify. Listen to stuff on YouTube or Spotify. They still make vinyl for current albums and mixtapes. They still do. You know what I'm saying? You can your favorite mixtape right now. I bet you can find a vinyl if you look hard enough. You can find a vinyl for it. You know, especially if it's like critically acclaimed and shit like that. You know, they still make the vinyl for new shit. They still make the vinyl for new shit. So if you wanted to start a vinyl collection, you can do that. With your favorite shit, you know, today. It don't have to be back then. I got a Danny Brown Triple X vinyl. You know what I'm saying? And that shit came out in when that came out. Shit, 2010ish. Around that time. I'm probably a little later than that. I'm gonna look it up real quick just because I don't like having the information right here, be able to look it up right here and not looking it up. Yo, Siri, when did Danny Brown Triple X come out? Bringing it up, Siri did not respond, so I have to let go on the internet. Yo, I got an iPhone, yeah. Switch from motherfucking Android to iPhone. I'm in the Apple family now. Shit, 2011. I was right. Triple X came out 2011. I mean, relatively current. They still make vinyl. And that Triple X vinyl is so pretty, bro. Like it folds out. It's got like little posters like with the lyrics in it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But Wu-Tang album, the vinyl is just pretty consistent. Not consistent, but the vinyl is pretty like, you know. I didn't mean to say consistent. I don't know what word I was looking for there. It's beautiful, whatever. It's really nice cover. I just took the sleeve. I just took the record out of the sleeve. I really don't like playing with the records like this. I usually have them, like I said, in my motherfucking closet somewhere where they cannot get touched or get messed up or nothing like that. Because you know the records are very fragile. But yeah, man. Anyway, back to the motherfucking album review. Yeah, man. The reason I'm spending so much time explaining the vinyl itself because the way that the album plays on vinyl and the way that the album plays when you listen to it on Spotify or YouTube is completely different. Cause when you get vinyl, You get an A side and a B side. And before I move on and keep going, I noticed that when I first started talking about this project, I said we first got introduced to Redman. I meant to say Method Man. I know some hip hop heads probably heard that shit and was like, "Yo, he said Redman." I know. I caught it too, and I was on motherfucking break. I listened to that part. I listened to that part back, especially because I thought I had said something wrong right there. But yeah, I said Method. I said we first met Redman. I meant to say Method Man. I got it mixed up because you know they you know Redman and Method Man like motherfucking tag team. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to say Batman and Robin. But I'm saying they were like, yo, who's Batman? Who's Robin? You know, and we will do that. We will do that on the podcast one day. Redman versus Method Man. Who would win? Redman versus Method Man in a battle? Damn, that's another topic for another podcast. That is definitely gonna be in a future podcast. We will do Redman versus Method Man. How I think that would play out, cause yo, that would be so motherfucking interesting. And they both still motherfucking killing it. Right? They both still rapping their ass off. Right, motherfucking now in the studio, probably in the studio right now, rapping motherfucking magnificent, rapping motherfucking magnificent right now. They still doing it. They're still uh, older OGs in the motherfucking game, doing their motherfucking thing, still putting out music videos, still getting numbers, still doing their motherfucking thing. So I really appreciate it. Really, it's real dope, man. This shit came out in '93, man. I was born in '98, so this came out 5 years before I was born. And I took the initiative to go back, young niggas. Take the initiative to go back, man. You never know. You might love this shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of young niggas do not go back and listen to albums before they was motherfucking born. And yo, man, this album is motherfucking dope, man. It don't matter what year you motherfucking grew up in, man. Like, fam. Yo, man, this shit, it starts with Brain the Ruckus. Brain the motherfucking Ruckus. Well, that's what I originally played when I first started the podcast. Real dope. Everybody knows Brain the motherfucking Ruckus. Like, you feel like you in the like, that's mosh pit. That's one like the early mosh pit songs, you know what I'm saying? If there was like a motherfucking it was to be a mosh pit when that song's playing, it's like that shit just does something to you. When you hear Brain the motherfucking Ruckus, bro, yo, like that shit just does something to you, man. It just motherfucking you get to meet all the motherfuckers. Um, I'm jumping around. But I'm trying to do this shit in order, man. Brandon Ruckus is a motherfucking dope ass track, and they come out motherfucking swinging on that motherfucker, hit you over the head with not just bars, but how they're delivering it. It's so motherfucking aggressive and in your face and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then they get the shame on a nigga. Then that's when we first meet Method Man. You know what I'm saying? Shame on a nigga. Method Man tore that motherfucking verse up on Shame on a nigga. And Clan in the front, Method Man. You know, I keep harping on Method Man because I'm such a huge Method Man fan. I might be a Method Man stan. You know what I'm saying? Redman and Method Man together, when they at their best together, yo, that's one of the dopest duos ever in hip hop. Redman and Method Man. To me, this is one of the dopest two niggas to put some shit together, yo. That's one of the dopest. Damn, I'm thinking about Outkast now. Damn, bro, that's hard, bro. That's really fucking hard. Cause Redman, Method Man, they are both motherfucking like together, like yo, they are motherfucking unstoppable together. Then you got Outkast. It's like, of course, I'm motherfucking Outkast. But I don't know, but that's also another fucking topic for another podcast. Cause we don't have that much time left. But yeah, man, just getting to back to the motherfucking album. Then you go to the Wu-Tang 7 Chamber. I think that's the breakdown, a little bit of a breakdown part right there. Can it all be so simple, yo? That sample, the way they use that motherfucking sample in Can It All Be So Simple, that's classic. That shit is timeless. Yo, fam. Like, this is the thing about sampling. That's the thing. Like, your favorite record right now was probably sampled by some. This is the magic of motherfucking going back and listening to older motherfucking music before you was like 20, 30 years before you was born type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you get these motherfucking, you listen to something, like, I listened to some crazy ass shit one time, like, I was going back, going back in my studies trying to, in the history, I was actually studying the history of hip hop itself. I actually did this, I've actually been studying the history of hip hop since motherfucking elementary school. I started with a book about all about hip hop, and I started right there, and I just wanted to study as much as I could. I know I haven't seen everything, back then, because I mean I didn't grow up in that time, so I don't know how I didn't grow up in that timeline, so I don't know how the shit dropped and everything. I don't know, kind of ignorant in that facet of it. But I did take the initiative to go back, and I keep harping on that because we don't want to lose these you see when you go back, you get motherfucking beautiful shit. Did y'all know motherfucking, I'm not really like the biggest fan of this song, but Lucid Dreams by motherfucking what's that nigga name? Lucid shit, what's that nigga name? This nigga saying, love when I gave you, whatever. What's that that nigga name? Fuck. Well, when I gave you, and I love and I hate you. You know he sampled that from a song, from a Sting song, if I'm not mistaken. A Sting, like he sampled that from some shit that was when he was a little kid. Or he might have not even been born yet. He sampled some shit from way before that, and they put that into that record. Now look what happened. When you go back, man. Like when I reviewed Paid in Full, that Rakim Paid in Full, Eric B and Rakim Paid in Full album. The samples, I don't think they would necessarily went back for the samples. Then they just found like stuff from commercials. Listen to that the Paid in Full with all the dope ass samples on it. That's one like that's one of like the greatest pieces of music like ever. But like the way the samples flow on that shit, it just does something else to the record. When you hear it without the samples, you can notice like, it's so much better with the samples. It's so much better with the samples. You know what I'm saying? So just realize that your favorite record right now was probably sampled by something that was before your motherfucking time, man. Just acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? Before you shit on old quote unquote older hip hop. Before you shit on it, just realize that, man. I was talking about something. Let me get this out real quick before I go back into the album. I did. I heard some shit from the 1930s. There was a nigga like basically rapping. He had some like, you think crazy hip hop names just started? You think Takashi 69 or like who else got a crazy rap name? Space Ghost Perp, or you think crazy rap names just started, bruh, like it's like the term is nothing new under the sun. Like hip hop, like I listened to some shit from the 30s. This nigga had some crazy ass. I don't even remember his name. That's how motherfucking crazy it was. Like it was some wild shit. But it was from the 30s, and he was basically rapping, bro. He like basically it's not in the rap in the traditional sense that we think of as today, but he was basically rapping in the 30s, bro. And he had a crazy fucking name. You know what I'm saying? So the shit was so wild. I don't even motherfucking like. I think it had an X in it somewhere. Some crazy shit. I don't know. Like it was some wild shit. Like crazy hip hop names have always motherfucking existed. Apparently, I heard some shit like, you know what I'm saying. I went back, heard some shit from the 30s. It actually kind of sounded all right. You know what I'm saying? It sounded. I mean, I wasn't hating on it or nothing. The nigga was basically rapping, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's not like what you think of as rap today, but he was basically motherfucking rapping. But anyway, back to the album. Protect your neck. Like, and here's the thing about the If you would like, and here's the thing you don't get on the if you listen to it on YouTube, if you listen to this album on YouTube or Spotify, or you can just get the CD, I guess. But if you listen to this album on YouTube or Spotify, it's in a completely different order. You know what I'm saying? Than it is on like on the vinyl. Like on the vinyl, you get an A side. Like I said, you get an A side and a B side, and some of these songs are in a different order on Spotify than how it is on the vinyl cut of the album. So and on YouTube, it's in a different order. So you know what I'm saying. So I don't really I don't really know if I've been listening to the album in its correct order. 'Cause I don't know which came out. I guess the vinyl came out first because it's vinyl, but I mean the CDs, it was 1993, so the CDs probably dropped the same day too, or I don't know. I don't know what came first, but this is kind of weird. Like they're in completely different orders. Like I'm gonna read it to you. Like on the I'm on Spotify right now, and it starts out. The album starts out. Bring the Ruckus, Shame on a Nigga, Clan in the Front, Wu-Tang 7 Chamber. Can it all be so simple? And on Spotify, it has the intermission right after Can It All Be So Simple. And on the vinyl, it has Can It All Be So Simple, then Protect Your Neck, then the intermission. So it's all mixed up. It's all mixed up. See what I'm saying? I would just keep that in mind. I don't know if I'm listening to this album in its correct order, so you dig? But it's still dope music all the way through. It don't change that the music is still fucking dope. These are all iconic songs. I'm sure you probably heard. You have at least heard the A side of this album. You at least heard some of the B side too. Like all these songs are like have stuck around. They have all stood the test of time. They all have stuck around. Like Bring the Ruckus, Shame on a Nigga, Clan in the Front, Can It All Be So Simple, Protect Your Neck, Cream, Method Man. Like everybody knows those motherfucking songs. Even Tears. The mystery, like, yo, if you don't know these songs, like, we've been under a fucking rock. Yo, like, yo, everybody, these songs have stood the test of time. That's the thing, but like, don't hate on older hip hop, man. Don't hate on older hip hop. You'll go back, you go back, man. You gonna find some dope ass shit, man. I'm telling you. It's still shit I haven't even got to yet, man. But yeah, man. Back to this motherfucking album. So I'm going by the vinyl version. It goes, Can It All Be So Simple, Protect Your Neck, and then the intermission. You gotta flip it. If you got a vinyl, you gotta flip it over, and then you get to the B side. You did. Protect Your Neck. Yeah, everybody know. Can It All Be So? Of course, I talk about Can It All Be So Simple, sampling and shit like that. Protect Your Neck, another classic hip hop song. Motherfucking hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows fucking Protect Your Neck. That shit comes on. I bet you know the first words, you know what I'm saying? Then it goes to the intermission where it was on the radio. I think that's the skit, or like it's not a skit. I don't know if it's a skit or not. They was on the radio talking about how they formed like Voltron and shit like that, how they came together, how they got their names and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Then you get to the mystery of chess boxing. Dope ass track. Love this motherfucker. Like it just bangers all the way through. I mean, it ain't really a dull moment in this album. You know what I'm saying? It's really not. Then Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck. Every kid, everybody, from 5 to 99 knows Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that motherfucking song. These are classic motherfucking songs. This is a classic album. This album has stood the test of time. This album is really fucking dope, man. I encourage you to, if you a young nigga who hates on motherfucking older music, man, go back and listen to this shit, man. I'm telling you, man, you'll see some things. You're like, yo, that's where so and so get it started. I'm telling you, your favorite rapper is probably these niggas, and they probably took some of their influence. I'm telling you, man, go back and listen to this shit, man. You'll like I said, Comethazine, that nigga Comethazine, man, reminds me of Eazy-E, Ice-T. The way his inflections is. Like your favorite rapper is probably an old school. Like I'm telling you, don't hate on these old school rappers, man. Don't hate on this old school hip. Don't hate on this whole old school hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really just touching on the mainstream shit right now. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get into. We really are gonna get into the Last Poets. You know what I'm saying? I listened to a couple of the albums before. And I remember I talked about the last poets. They came out in the 1970s. 1970s. They released a couple albums, and it's not rap in the traditional sense of what you think of it is today, but they were basically rapping to music. So you could call it hip hop. Some people might call it spoken word, but they were basically rapping. Basically they were just rhyming over music. So they were basically rapping. You know what I'm saying? And the things that they talked about, it's still, you can still see this shit to this day. You know what I'm saying? Not to put them in the box, but if you're a conspiracy theorist, and we're gonna get into the word conspiracy theorist and how the government has used the word conspiracy theorist to discredit people. Anytime you hear somebody is a conspiracy theorist, you automatically discredit this person because the government has made you think, oh, this person believes in conspiracies, therefore they are crazy. No, there's legitimate conspiracies out there, but we don't have enough time to get into that shit. But the mystery of chess boxing, Wu-Tang Clan, nothing to fuck with. Cream, dollar bill, get the money, dollar bill, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that motherfucking song. Classic motherfucking song. Cream, dope motherfucking song. Method Man, as far as my favorite songs, and I might be a little biased because I'm such a huge Method Man fan, but if I were to pick top three, like all these songs are bangers though, so it's kind of hard. But if I were to pick the top three songs off this album, number one would be Method Man. Probably number two would be shit. It's so hard because I know Method Man number one. I want to say Brandon. Okay, the last two ain't on in no particular order. I think we'll do like a top four. I have to do a top four. The last two ain't no particular last two or three ain't no particular type of order. So Brandon Ruckus, Shame on a Nigga. Damn, can it all be? Tears is motherfucking like, yo, Tears. Damn, bro. It's hard, but I know Method Man, METHOD, man, METHOD, man. Like everybody know that motherfucking song. Like I'm saying, like, yo, I'm telling you, man, your favorite rapper's favorite rapper is probably a nigga from the 80s and 90s, bro. So man, don't hate on this old school music, man. Quote unquote old school music, man, for real. And I didn't even get a chance to talk about the members of fucking like how each one has their own motherfucking style. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll have enough time for that because I want to keep this show really short. This is the longest we have ever gone on the podcast. We want to keep this shit a little bit short, a little bit more concise for you guys. But anyway, we won't get back into Protection Neck. Okay, we passed that. We had Cream, Method Man, Tears, motherfucking great. Another example of great motherfucking sampling. You know what I'm saying? Another example of a motherfucker. Damn, I always get this shit. I think the RZA did the motherfucking music. You know what I'm saying? The RZA is a motherfucking genius. Tears is not as revered as the other songs are. I don't know if revered is the right word. Like, it's not. I don't know if it's held as in the same regard as all the other classic songs on this album. But Tears is really like a sleeper song. Tears is a sleeper song because it's a real dope. It's like the story, the way they use that sample. It's fucking crazy, man. It's dope as fuck, man. Please go back and listen to this album, man. I don't know if I'm doing this shit justice because I'm kind of rushing it because this is the longest time we've ever done a show, and but you understand how like how like when I kept talking about like having the vinyl and shit like that, to actually be able to feel and touch the vinyl and having the physical of an album is a different feeling, and putting it on the putting it on the record player and hearing the crackles and shit like that. It's just something different about listening to it on the phone or through headphones and shit like that. But anyway, Yeah, at the end of the album is basically over. You get into like a couple of breakdowns and some skits and shit like that. Depending on which version you got, on the vinyl, the album, the last song on the album is called, last thing on the album is Conclusion, called Conclusion. But on the, I think this might have been the CD version that came out. On the CD version, the order of the album gets all jumbled up, and they added 4 more cuts of basically remixes, 4 more cuts of remixes to the album. So it's a Wu-Tang 7 Chamber Part 2, Conclusion, and then the album is all they put extra songs on this version, and then it is on the vinyl version. So when you listen to the album, you'll probably listen to it on Spotify. I mean, it's still the same songs, it's just in a different order, and there's a few more songs on the Spotify version than it is if you were to get the vinyl. But they're just remixes though. Protect Your Neck, Shaolin version, Method Man, Homegrown version, and then Cream, another version of Cream. Yeah, just classic song remixes of fucking just classic motherfucking dope songs, man. I actually got a little story about remixes that we're gonna get into on another podcast. We don't have enough time. We're about to get motherfucking out of here, but before we do, we started Mighty Nice 16s on the motherfucking podcast, and I told y'all, every fucking week I am going to spit a Mighty Nice 16 for y'all, man, because I told y'all I really do this rap shit, man. I really do this hip hop shit, you know what I'm saying? I did almost all the elements except turntables. And yeah, man, SpokenGhost DaRula, man, all the fucking links gonna be below, man. Chief, the new song out right now. So we just gonna spit this motherfucking 16 and we'll go ahead and get out of here, you know what I'm saying?
Gonna get straight into it. Yo. Let me take a sip of this shit real quick. Yo, it's been a while. The foul, furious child. Yo, it's SG DaRuler, so you should bow down. Wasn't born, I was found. Stranded on this rancid planet. Get out now for a nigga, go a pack of planners. Your style boo-boo, nana. Couldn't catch me if you was a hammock. Outlander, it's outlandish. One of a kind mind that you minimule, minuscule moots couldn't manage. Stay on track how I ran this. Think you should train more. How your blood paints the canvas. Could give a fuck, embracing the panic. Pressing your luck, lay him down like a bandage. So salting your wounds and watch fools scream in anguish. This will be quick and painless. It's what I said when he bled, cold red. I'm on high alert. Never leave my perch. Think on the search to quench madness. I don't really like to fight, but I will pacifist. Adamant atom. Accurate action, actually acid, biochemical assassin, no need hazmat, says a biohazard, creepy, you crashly, constantly, subconsciously, keeping it crafty, this blue cheese, you charge 15 a G, she shoot capping, you greedy bastard, you can put that green back in your baggie, back in your baggie, you can put that green back in your baggie, it's back to business, back to real shit, back to kill them, back to back, it's back to business, back to real shit, back to kill them, back to slay the track. It's back, and we are out this bitch, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Mighty Nice Podcast, episode 11, man. Yo, we are motherfucking out this bitch. It's motherfucking Ghost, your host with the motherfucking most, and I bid you a toast to your motherfucking 2019, man. Have a good motherfucking year, man. Thank y'all, man. Let's get this shit. I'll be back next week, next motherfucking Monday. I'm out. Peace.
Blow bling like a finals ring, nigga, that's a shooter. Kick like UFC, beat the beat like Luther. Yo, son, bring the heat, but I'm still cooler. I play for keeps, I guarantee that you a fucking loser. I'm a chiefer.